Hi guys, JT here. Today I'm bringing you some information on 10 games in Fanatical's Romance Bundle of February 2026. To help you answer the question, should you buy it? By using the links in the description below, you'll gain access to this bundle and support the channel in the process. Before I begin, I want to thank you the viewers for watching my silly videos. I hope they're helpful. Most importantly, knowing that you're watching it means the world. But first, a word from our sponsor, JT After Dark. You've read the threads, you've seen the warnings, but you haven't heard them like this. I'm JT. I take the internet's most terrifying stories and give them a voice. From Reddit's deepest archives to the legends that haunt the web, I bring the horror to life. Join me on JT After Dark. Subscribe now and let's see what's hiding in the shadows. Anyway, let's get into this. At number 1 we have A Year of Springs, a visual novel trilogy by BYO Games that invites you into the lives of 3 young women as they navigate friendship, love, and the complexities of identity. This collection bundles 3 interconnected stories: One Night Hot Springs, Last Day of Spring, and Spring Leaves No Flowers, along with a new epilogue. You play as Haru, a trans woman invited to a hot spring by her friend Erika. The narrative immediately places you in a vulnerable, relatable position, forcing you to confront the anxieties of navigating gendered public spaces and the legal hurdles faced by the LGBTQ+ community in Japan. You interact with the game by making choices that determine Haru, Erika, and Manami's happiness. The gameplay is minimalist, focusing entirely on dialogue and emotional resonance. The hand-drawn art style is soft and pastel, creating a cozy atmosphere that balances the weightier themes of social anxiety and romantic uncertainty. You'll find that the story doesn't shy away from difficult topics, yet it remains fundamentally kind, emphasizing the importance of supportive allies and the courage required to be yourself. The music complements this gentle tone, shifting gracefully between melancholy and hope. With multiple endings for each chapter, you're encouraged to explore different paths to see how your decisions impact the trio's bond. It is a brief but deeply moving experience that prioritizes empathy and authentic representation over complex mechanics. If you appreciate character-driven stories that offer a window into marginalized experiences with grace and sincerity, this collection is an essential, heartwarming journey. At number 2 we have 10 Dates, a game that offers a charming and entertaining FMV romantic adventure that explores the world of dating in a lighthearted manner. Whether you're well versed in the intricacies of modern dating or it's a foreign concept, this game provides an enjoyable experience. You step into the shoes of either Misha or her best friend Ryan, both endearing characters, as they venture into the world of speed dating. The game introduces you to 5 romance options, and your interactions determine if more dates are in the cards. The goal is to make the right conversation choices, leading to 3 potential endings and a happily ever after if you're on the right track. Characters play a crucial role in any FMV game, and 10 Dates excels in this regard. Most of the romance options are engaging and humorous, with unexpected backstories and traits that add depth to their personalities. These characters are brought to life with impressive performances. The game offers something for everyone, including options for same-sex relationships, diverse backgrounds, and a disabled character portrayed authentically. Despite its relatively short runtime, 10 Dates boasts numerous options and well-written characters. Navigating the dating scene in the game is straightforward. You select responses during conversations, with the right choices leading to romance. The game's narrative is influenced by your chosen backstory, offering a meaningful impact on the story. This feature guides you toward different endings, adding replayability. 10 Dates excels in other areas too. Stylish scene transitions and efficient handling of repeat playthroughs allowing you to skip scene dialogue and entire dates contribute to a smooth experience. One peculiar aspect is the game's focus on the COVID-19 pandemic, presenting a world where lockdowns lasted much longer than reality. While an interesting inclusion, it might feel unusual to some players. Unfortunately, the game has a few drawbacks. Subtitles contain frequent errors, and vague conversation options occasionally lead to unexpected dialogue. Overall, 10 Dates is a fun and engaging FMV game that doesn't take itself too seriously. It impresses with a diverse cast of characters, albeit with a few dull moments and subtitle issues. Nevertheless, it's well worth playing for some romantic comedy fun. At number 3 we have Rituals in the Dark, a supernatural Yuri visual novel that invites you into a world of mystery, gothic romance, and psychological tension. You step into the role of Aspen, a young woman who, after moving into a new home, finds herself embroiled in a series of occult events and shifting relationships. The narrative centers on your interactions with two primary love interests, the mysterious and alluring Madeline and the sweet supportive childhood friend Caitlin. As the plot unfolds, you must navigate the thin line between the mundane world and the dark ritualistic underbelly that threatens to consume Aspen's reality. You interact with the game through a traditional choice-based system that determines which romantic path you follow and which ending you ultimately unlock. The writing excels at building a slow burn atmosphere, blending elements of horror with tender emotional character development. You'll find yourself questioning the true motives of those around you as the occult mystery deepens, adding a layer of suspense to the typical dating sim formula. The hand-drawn art style effectively captures the moody, supernatural tone, using striking character designs and atmospheric backgrounds to pull you deeper into Aspen's journey. While the game features darker themes, the focus remains on the bond between the women and the choices you make to protect them. The music enhances the experience, shifting from eerie ambient tracks during ritual scenes to softer melodies during intimate moments. It is a compelling, polished indie title that offers a unique blend of magic and romance. If you enjoy character-driven stories with a spooky edge, this ritual is one you must join. And number 4, we have 5 Dates. A refreshing addition to the world of FMV adventures, a genre continually evolving and exploring new horizons. In this game, you step into the shoes of Vinny, navigating the intricacies of virtual dating during the UK lockdowns for COVID. While the theme may have lost its relevance, it's a captivating reflection of our recent past, deftly handled by 5 Dates. As Vinny, you enter the dating app world, customizing your profile and choosing from 3 initial matches. With your best mate Callum offering advice, you engage in virtual blind date style conversations with these prospective partners. Initial chats can lead to sparks or crashes, depending on your choices. After a quick recap with Callum, you advance with 2 potential partners to stage 2, where games like Truth or Dare and quizzes spice up the interactions. The ultimate decision lies with the girls. If they're interested, they'll agree to see you again. 5 Dates boasts impressive replayability, with around 800 scenes awaiting discovery based on your choices. Exploring different endings, from romance to total burnout, becomes a compelling motivation. Each girl offers a unique personality. Maya is adventurous, while Shayna balances nursing with competitive gaming. Grace exudes class and guardedness. Paige has internet fame and secrets. And Saffron grapples with anxiety. They're well-developed characters. You can easily warm up to each of them. Callum adds a dose of humor and is a standout character himself. The game takes around 90 minutes per run, making it easy to revisit and uncover various outcomes. Quick skipping scenes you've already seen expedites subsequent playthroughs. One minor drawback is the contrived drama that arises just before choosing your final date. These scenarios sometimes feel forced and add needless drama. Overall, 5 Dates pleasantly surprised with its mature and sweet approach, steering clear of cringiness or sleaziness. It's another worthy addition to the diverse world of FMV experiences in recent years. And number 5 we have The Confines of the Crown, a royal-themed visual novel that casts you as Madeleine Valois, the highly skilled and intelligent companion to Prince Oscar. In a matriarchal world, where daughters inherit power and sons must marry well to secure their futures, your job is to guide Oscar through the political minefield of a royal debutante ball. When the princess is kidnapped and Oscar becomes a prime suspect, he must navigate a web of intrigue, betrayal, and secret alliances to save him. You will appreciate Madeleine as a protagonist. She's a refreshing departure from typical damsel tropes, proving herself to be a capable, witty, and combat-ready lead. The game features 5 distinct routes and 15 possible endings, though you should note that not every path follows a standard romantic trajectory. Instead, the story focuses heavily on a multi-layered mystery that only reveals its full picture once you have completed every route. The setting is further enriched by a unique acoustic soundtrack, featuring Spanish guitar and high-quality hand-drawn artwork that captures the courty atmosphere. While the prose is praised for its lack of errors and sophisticated formal English style, some players find the individual routes a bit short for the price point. Additionally, the character development outside of Madeleine can occasionally feel rushed. However, with its inclusion of LGBTQ+ representation and a plot filled with genuine surprises, including themes like forced gender transition, the game offers significant depth. You'll find it a compelling strategic experience where your choices truly dictate Madeline's survival and future happiness. At number 6 we have Lucy, The Eternity She Wished For, a pensive visual novel set in the near future where androids have become the norm. You play as a young boy who deeply dislikes these emotionless husks of metal, yet his worldview is challenged when he discovers an abandoned android at a dump site. Unlike the others, this unit, Lucy, can laugh, cry, and dream, forcing him to confront the ultimate moral dilemma. If a machine can express human emotions, does it possess a soul? As you navigate this atmospheric narrative, you face straightforward but heavy decisions that carry significant emotional consequences. While the mechanics focus on traditional reading and branching paths, the weight of your choices leads to multiple endings that explore themes of love, loss, and the passage of time. The storytelling is mature and reflective, balancing a melancholic tone with moments of genuine warmth. Expressive character illustrations and a subtle evocative soundtrack enhance the intimacy, making Lucy's smiles and sadness feel remarkably real. The game's strength lies in its ability to humanize artificial intelligence without feeling overly forced, though some players may find the protagonist's initially antisocial behavior frustrating or the pacing a bit slow. Despite its age, its philosophical exploration of existence and memory remains highly relevant. If you seek a shorter, character-driven story that resonates long after the credits roll, this wholesome yet bittersweet journey is essential. It is a moving exploration of the human heart that will likely leave you staring at your monitor in quiet reflection. At number 7 we have A Little Lily Princess, a visual novel adaptation of Frances Hodgson Burnett's A Little Princess, blending Victorian-era drama with a Yuri twist. You step into the polished shoes of Sarah Crewe, a wealthy girl sent from India to a London seminary, where you navigate friendships, rivalries, and the social politics of high society. At first you live in luxury of your own maid and the admiration of your peers, until fortune takes a turn, forcing you to adapt to a very different life. Gameplay centers on choosing one activity per day, building friendship points with selected characters, and unlocking scenes. The random reward system keeps things fresh, and even poor streaks won't block you from good endings. However, the second act forces you to focus exclusively on one friend, sidelining the rest of the cast for far too long. The characters are a mixed bag. Lavinia delivers perfect snob energy, Mariette's subtle dynamic with you offers the best ending, but others, like the overly clingy Lottie, don't land as well. Sarah herself is not the usual blank slate visual novel protagonist. She's idealistic, naive, and sometimes frustrating, which might test your patience. While the plot is predictable, riches to rags then rags to riches, its charm is in its old-fashioned way. Multiple endings are easy to unlock thanks to a generous skip function, making replays painless. If you enjoy period drama, genteel storytelling, and character-focused choices, you'll find value here. If you're craving action, romance, or grit, you might want to look elsewhere. It is polished, pleasant, and just a little bit prim. At number 8 we have The Language of Love, a grounded kinetic visual novel that explores a realistic romance between two social outcasts navigating the pressures of adulthood. You follow Tanimura Mitsuki, a 23-year-old man who, after years of putting his life on hold to care for his family, moves to Tokyo to attend a rigorous cram school. Feeling woefully behind and isolated from his younger classmates, Mitsuki's lonely life changes when he meets his neighbor Kyoko, a 24-year-old single mother, and her stubborn 6-year-old daughter, Tama. As a kinetic novel, the experience is a linear slow burn with no branching choices, allowing you to focus entirely on the 80,000-word narrative. You'll likely find the story's strength in its maturity. It bypasses common tropes to tackle the genuine struggles of young parenthood, financial instability, and the feeling of being left behind by society. While Mitsuki starts as a somewhat cynical character, his growth through helping Kyoko study and babysitting the energetic Tama is heartwarming. The presentation features a unique indie art style with detailed backgrounds and relaxing custom soundtrack. Although the game lacks voice acting, the expressive character sprites and daily in-game messages from Kyoko add a layer of intimacy to the 5 to 6 hour read. Even the optional intimate content is handled with a focus on character bonding rather than mere fan service. It is a poignant, down-to-earth tale that proves love isn't just for fairy tales, but for the imperfect everyday moments shared between people. At number 9 we have The Fairy's Song, a charming kinetic yuri visual novel by Ebihime that blends a modern British setting with a touch of medieval fantasy. You follow Marnie, a snarky 16-year-old goth girl who is begrudgingly spending a week at her grandmother's house in the quiet English village of Fanchapel. Bored and dismissive of local folklore, she explores the nearby woods only to discover Leofi, a female knight who has been trapped in a supernatural slumber for centuries. Once Marnie inadvertently wakes her, the pair must navigate a centuries-old curse while their feelings for one another begin to blossom. The story is a linear experience with no branching choices, allowing you to immerse yourself in Marnie's witty first-person narrative. You will likely enjoy the sharp writing, which is filled with pop culture references and humorous inner monologues that make Marnie feel like a relatable, if somewhat dramatic teenager. The contrast between her cynical worldview and Leofi's earnest knightly persona drives much of the emotional heart of the game. Visually, the game features adorable character sprites and atmospheric backgrounds of the Enchanted Forest. While the latter half of the 85,000 word script can feel a bit rushed as it transitions from a character-driven slice of life into a fast-paced fantasy adventure, the chess and sweet romance remains a highlight. If you enjoy a chess yet poignant love story that transcends time, this 4 to 6 hour journey is a delightful pick. At number 10 we have Love Is, a serene hidden object game featuring the world-renowned hand-drawn illustrations of artist Pong. Rather than a complex puzzle, it serves as a healing experience designed to relieve stress through the simple act of discovery. You're tasked with finding tiny hearts, numbers, and specific items hidden within over 280 heartfelt watercolor scenes. As you locate these objects, a unique coloring engine causes vibrant hues to spread across the canvas, gradually bringing the artwork to life and completing the beautiful sentimental paintings. You'll find yourself immersed in a warm, lovely narrative that follows a serene and occasionally comic love story. The game features over an hour of high-quality animation that transitions between chapters, accompanied by an unplugged OST filled with gentle piano and acoustic guitar melodies. The gameplay loop is intentionally peaceful, encouraging you to slow down and appreciate the intricate details of each illustration. For many, this serves as a cozy escape from darker narratives, focusing entirely on positivity, harmony, and the small gestures that define affection. Completing chapters rewards you with 34 high-quality wallpapers to keep on your PC, though you should note that resolution is optimized for standard monitors. While the mechanics are straightforward, the emotional weight of the art creates a deeply resonant experience that can leave you in tears by the happy ending. If you need a moment of softness in your day or a way to zone out and relax, this charming coloring game offers a pure, feel-good energy. And that's all for this bundle. The Build Your Own Romance bundle is a total steal if you're looking to buff your library with top-tier visual novels. For just $7, you can snag 5 heavy hitters like A Year of Springs and The Language of Love, whether you want a cozy healing game like Love Is, or some high-stakes royal drama in Confines of the Crown, this value is cracked. If your backlog needs more emotional crit hits and less grinding, definitely don't sleep on this. In any case, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if this video was helpful, feel free to leave a like and subscribe, and maybe consider buying the channel a coffee. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.